Now, he's talking about slamming a girl. And what he means there is drugs. I mean, girl is a nickname for cocaine, crack cocaine.
I didn't even know.
So you're sitting there, he's saying, I'm making all this money from selling drugs.
Oh, wow. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, we're back again with the criminal lawyer. Yes, home.
Our homes.
Bruce something, bro.
Bruce
I forgot his last name.
Criminal
Rivers.
lawyer.
There you go.
The
Hey,
criminal lawyer.
last video. Okay, I don't even know what was the last video because we're doing so many videos.
Yeah, we've been. I'm telling this, bro. It's back to back.
Back to back.
Back to back, bro.
Listen, we usually react to somebody snitching on themselves, going to jail or something. But this time it's a different angle.
Yeah.
First day out from Grizzley. He did his time. Now he's out.
That son was my son when I was a pizza delivery guy.
You've done it all. You've done it all,
When I
bro.
was delivering pizza, I just put that shit
First
on
day out. Because you're trying to be out.
I'm telling you.
Look.
Out, bro.
Somebody just messaged me on YouTube asking for reaction videos.
What?
Why are we reacting, bro? They don't know what's coming.
They don't know.
Hey, guys. Hit the like button if you want to see more reaction videos. Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, mines, and he's up in the description. Without further ado,
Let's get right into
I
it.
can't move wrong.
Hey, remember when they
That
scared was a
means he
thing?
knows I'm trying to build a conspiracy case on it. And all the talking here and the throwing of money around helps to build a federal conspiracy case against him.
Another one.
Tell you, nigga, if you beat the state.
Hi, this is Bruce Rivers. I'm a certified expert in criminal law, certified by the National Board of Trial.
You think you'll be
Advocacy
expensive?
as a criminal
Hey,
trial
his prices are
specialist.
going up, bro.
Been
Now,
practicing
his
for
prices are
now,
going up,
Bro, now this
And
one
today about T. Grizzley.
represent the
T.
celebrities.
Grizzley
rappers
had
and
two
shit.
cases. One in Michigan and one in Kentucky.
So
The one in Kentucky was the attempted robbery of a jewelry store, and the one in Michigan was the robbery of some dorms and electronics. He has created a video and we'll do some analysis.
bro. Fuck you, Robbie. But this was hard though.
Yeah, nigga, this shit got me true delivering.
These niggas prayed on my downfall. These
Nigga gonna reach and
prayed
go
on my
fat.
downfall. On our team.
Let's just start with the opening line. These guys preyed on my downfall. One of the things that gives rise to a lot of crime is economic hardship. And when some of these young guys face hard times, that's when they make decisions that they probably shouldn't have made. And that's what it sounds like he did here.
I stood tall, you did. Show these disloyal niggas how to ball. Go get a thermometer for the pot. I need this shit cooked right. Let's keep that water 400 degrees.
Let's cook this shit right. What he's talking about there is crack cocaine.
Crack
And
cocaine.
Now, one of the things I want to tell you is that the two crimes that he went to prison on and that he's now on parole on are not what he's talking about there. And I've said this over and over again about self-snitching. When you put stuff out there, they can use it. They can use it against you for any context. And because it's a statement of a party opponent. In other words, it's a statement of the defendant. And if he's talking about laying stuff down and cooking it, and those can be used to build a conspiracy case against him.
Hey, you ever been inside a federal courtroom? Nigga, you ever went to trial and fought for your life? Being broke did something to my spirit. Ass niggas deployed me. They act like they couldn't hear me. Look at me not, driving German engineering. You don't want your baby mama fuck, keep the hoe from near me. Kilroy, remember when I used to use your L's to hit the...
Now, one of the things that's different about this video than some of the other ones that we've talked about is that it seems to be more of a post offense.
That's the difference.
Kind of revisit. In other words, he's talking about what's happened in the past. And so to that, I have no problem with that. And in fact, I think that can
when
be
you beat the case or you did your time, you know,
it's
you can talk about it.
Yeah.
It's the niggas that like take
Take it was a menace.
bro, that guy, like you said, bro, he got mental issues for sure.
The basis for some growth going forward. And it's actually the basis for his art here.
Hit the O and make them big boy sales. Move, remember when you had them green things made with vacuum seals? Trying not to have them green things smell. Feds was on me. What you know about related to money? I don't know nothing. I just used to see them walk to the coney. I fuck with bitches. My body count go from Persian to Cody. Any further questions, you can take that up with the lawyer. My nigga Finkel J Money. Right on low.
Let me see what he thinks about that.
Day before school, I sold a half boat. How you think I won best dress with no support and had no pay?
So he just told you that he sold dope in the morning every day before school, and that's how he afforded the clothes that he wore to win best dressed in his school. What I don't like about it is that could be the basis or form part of the basis for some kind of racketeering or drug charges going forward.
It's coming in and out of court. Hey, Wando. Hey, Theo, ain't it a blessing? We made it out Kentucky after all that happened. After the pre-trials, after the status, after them impact statements, after the castle. Hey, JR.
Okay, so he just mentioned three things: pre-trials, status, and impact statements. So you have a pre-trial, and that's like a preliminary type of hearing where you determine, you get the police reports and you kind of figure out which direction you're going to go with the case.
Yes, sir.
Status conference, that's usually just before trial, and then you indicate if there are any pre-trial issues, such as sometimes you file motions to exclude evidence, or if there's other things you want kept out of the trial, you file motions in limine. These are all like things you work out just before trial. And the impact statements that he talks about. These are impact statements given by victims of the crime, and they can be pretty powerful. And so when you get sentenced, which is what happened here, he got sentenced, the victim's impact person or the victim themselves read an impact statement in court. Yeah. And they read that to ostensibly influence the sentence.
That shit does not help.
Ain't it a blessing? We made it out of Lansing after all that happened. That bitch, nigga. After Michigan State, after Hubbard, when our mans told on us, the bands they took from us. Joy Road, bitch, put the money on your 6 mile, brick mile, knock your ox down, pick her up, knock her back down, pull her tracks up. Yes, I slap girl. Yes, I slap dog. Yes, I slap loud. Yes, I slap a pussy, nigga.
Now, he's talking about slamming a girl. And what he means there is drugs. I mean, girl is a nickname for cocaine, crack cocaine.
I didn't even know.
So you're sitting there, he's saying, I'm making all this money from selling drugs.
Oh, wow.
I would not advise him to do that, because if the feds are trying to put a case on him, they can use this. And showing all the money, showing the cars, all it does is fodder for information to be used against you at trial.
If he act out, yes, I caught cases on the road with them killers, bro. Kill me if I snitch, 'cause if you snitch, I'm gonna kill you. Spent a lot.
He's claiming he isn't snitching.
Claiming.
He's claiming that if somebody else snitches on him, that he'll kill you. It is pretty widely known that snitching is frowned upon by people who are in
stitches, man.
The gangster culture or organized crime. But I can tell you this, the federal government's caseload is 99% fueled by snitches.
Damn.
And
see people
snitch
bro?
Because they get a reduction in their sentence.
Just know people snitching, bro.
And that's the truth.
So this whole no snitching rule is kind of stupid.
Cap, bro, it's cap. Niggas be snitching on the low, bro. Nigga, it's cap.
99%.
Bro, nigga, I'm telling you.
The feds are not doing anything then.
They not, bro. They just
chilling, drinking Starbucks.
Relax. You know, the only, like, bro, one reason why Tekashi case is up there is because of he went public with his old snitching thing, and he kept on riding on it. That's one reason why. But I know, bro. I know for a fact a lot of niggas out here ratting, bro. I know. And I'm pretty sure that Melly situation is not going to change.
Cause I do it better, plus I'm doing better than niggas. I'm at home when I'm down there in Lexington, nigga. Out the king, they gon' drop you in, who next to you, nigga? Go get him, say a little T. Get ahead of them niggas. When you take off, don't look back and try to rescue them niggas. You catch mans to make sure you get the rest of them niggas. Don't let them get the best of you, just get the revenue, nigga. So let me know what you can handle. Okay, compress. Here goes some extra, so if I'm busy, you can manage. Things happy, bling dancing, need $60 salary. Get it there and back, tell the feds I need a challenge. My first offer was 30 years, not a day lower, nigga. I told them crackers haters holler at me when they sober. I'm parole. I'm a fella. You think I ain't got that flow? Yeah, you right, bro. Take his head off his fucking shoulder. You hear me? Hit the rolling stone with the rollie on. What was our getaway car? Chance for rollie.
I know.
Hey, I heard I had some sleep dishes. Whoever feeling hot, that AR got a heat system.
The only thing I really don't like about this video is...
You always don't like something.
He's still talking about the life. He went to prison. He's now on parole. And it hasn't seemed to have any kind of effect.
Oh, he's on parole.
Okay. I guess it was on parole when
In
you
fact, he
went.
seems more emboldened by it than anything else. So that would worry me a little bit.
Don't entertain them hungry niggas. I wish I would pay attention to these homeless niggas. Don't call my phone, I don't wanna do no song with niggas. They tell your bitch to tighten up before I bone her, nigga. I don't know you niggas. Fuck wrong with niggas. Through these white buffs, I can see the hoe in niggas. Free my nigga Perico, that boy be hoeing niggas. Shoot the smile off your face, I don't joke with niggas. Boy, I can't trust you with that strap if you ain't got no bodies. Boy, I can't take you on no lick if you ain't robbed nobody. You ain't no shooter, you can't do that shit without no molly. I came home and had the hoes wetter than collar hard.
That's fast,
3
though.
months ago, niggas ain't think that
I don't understand niggas who have to be high to commit a crime. What's the point, bro? What's the point? If anything, I want to be sober, so I know what's going on.
Get them niggas crazy that I've been coming on. Get them to the crib, bust them down, that bitch run alone. This SK and get to shaking like it's something wrong. 30 bands 2 times, watch this money clone. The feds say my name hot like when the oven on. Bitch, I can't.
And the feds coming with hot like with my name on or whatever he said, which means he's worried that the feds are on him. And one of the things that you should know is that when it comes to the federal drug laws, they mostly couch things in terms of conspiracy. The reason they do this is because there's no if things are ongoing, there's no statute of limitations on conspiracy, because if it's an ongoing conspiracy, everything's told by from the first act to the last act. And so if the conspiracy is still intact, which it doesn't take much to continue a conspiracy, and he could have continued this conspiracy while he was in prison just by talking to people, this could certainly be used against him.
To my little brother gone. Niggas say they looking for me, pull up in the Scuddy zone. Who said I'm a snitch? You just heard a lot from him. Better check the black and white, that paperwork a vote for him. Zero toleration for that nigga, take his life from him. He don't want that pistol.
And he talks about himself being a snitch, or being accused of being a snitch, which is can be a death sentence for some. And he says, check that black and white. That paper will vouch for me. In other words, what he's basically saying is, look at my paperwork. I didn't get a reduction in my sentence. I did my time. I'm an honorable guy. I'm no snitch. And that's what happens when you go to prison, especially federal prison. The first thing that other inmates want to do is they want to see your paperwork. They want to see whether or not you're a snitch. And if you don't show me your paperwork, you can physically be assaulted and worse.
Yeah, I talk to him. I ain't hear from bitches when I had them blues on. So soon as I'm done fucking, put your shoes on. I'm on parole in 2 states, I can't move wrong.
I'm in parole in 2 states, I can't move wrong. In other words, he has to mind his business. He has to do what they say when they say it, so he doesn't wind up going back to prison. And he's being mindful of the fact that he is on parole. And the feds are trying to build a case I can't move wrong. That means he knows the feds are trying to build a conspiracy case on him. And all the talking here and the throwing of money around helps to build a federal conspiracy case against him.
Back to back, bitch, I'm 2-0. State of Kentucky banned me from Mary Jury stuff. I can't even be in public with my hoodie.
I don't understand what he means, but I'm 2-0 because he went to prison.
Bitch, get stacked no one over here. They don't know what he on. I know they praying on my downfall. I already know that. I know they praying on my downfall.
This song was too hard, bro.
Bitch, I stood tall 10 toes, nigga. So they just look.
And when he says, I know they prayed on my downfall, in other words, they're glad I went off the street, and so they can have my territory. And then, but I stood tall. In other words, he's saying he didn't snitch.
Niggas how to bull.
Nice.
This was actually learned a lot.
You learned, bro. Like I'm fucking with this guy.
I was actually silent,
paying attention, trying to learn, right? Hey, listen. You should learn something from this video, from this. What's his name? Bruce something.
Bruce Rivers.
Bruce Rivers. Hit the like button and let us know which one you want to see next. When are we uploading next?
The next 2 hours.